Welcome to our home, and happy Memorial Day and happy Memorial Day weekend. So I just picked these, and I like so Barry's showing them up front.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Wow. Here, I'll hold them for a moment.
Okay, all right. So Memorial Weekend, I think so often people like Memorial Weekend, you get 3 days and people go do things, but I wonder how many of us really take pause to remember what the holiday is all about. And so I'd like to do that just for a few minutes. And if you have someone in your family that served and is no longer, on this earth, it's a time to really remember them and really feel so grateful. We don't actually know anyone that served and is no longer on this earth, and someone in our family, and but it's important to take time and really remember these amazing souls that gave their life so that we could have freedom in this country. It's really very incredible. So I have a little story. It's actually about a Vietnam veteran, and it's a little story, but it's a big story too. So this man was in one of our groups, and he had I could tell he had like a volcano inside of him that was ready to burst, because he would get angry quickly and not really know the reason why. And one day I was seeing him in counseling, and I'm like, what is it? There's something you're not saying. There's something you're not telling. And he said, well, something happened in the war in Vietnam, and I'm so deeply ashamed, and I cannot tell anyone. So
and he can't get over it.
Yeah, and he couldn't get over it. Yeah. He was, I don't know, in his 60s then, so it had been 40 some years. So I'm a hard person to say no to, because I just am. I'll just keep, if I really believe something, I just keep pushing away in a gentle way. And finally he said, do you know that about me?
I know.
and finally he said, okay. And I said, let's have your wife here too. We'll make another appointment. And so his wife was there. And were you there too? Were you?
I think so.
Yeah. And he told us this story. He was 19, which is such a young age. Yeah. And he witnessed a superior officer actually shooting a woman. You said executing, which is actually, yeah. And she had been a prostitute. I think she had syphilis. She had some disease. She was a Vietnam woman, and this officer didn't feel that she was worthy to keep living. And he told this man to, before he did it, to just lie down, and then he was to forget that he ever saw it ever happened. Well, of course, this man couldn't forget, and he blamed himself. He thought, I could have wrestled him to the ground. I should have done something, except I shouldn't have even though he was my superior officer, I shouldn't have obeyed him. I should have done something to save that woman's life. She was innocent, and he struggled with it. And his wife, they'd been married like maybe 30 years, and she never knew. She knew there was something, but she never knew. And just getting it out to his wife and to the two of us helped. And I had this idea. Sometimes I have strange ideas and I put them into action. Our son was visiting from college, and he was a psychology major, and he was 19, the exact age that this man was when this happened. I said, I want you... Well, first I checked with our son. He said, oh, yes, he'd be very interested. I want you to tell our son exactly what happened, because our son is the age that you were. And
of course, we held strict confidentiality even with our son, and he agreed.
Oh, yeah. And he was a psychology major, so he was actually quite thrilled to just sit there and listen. That's all he did. Yeah. And this man said that telling our son and seeing how young, 19 is a young age to be at war. Yeah. It's a young age to be seeing all these horrible things. And telling the story to our son, he realized that he was also really young. Yeah. And he was listening to a superior officer because that's what he had been trained to do, is always take orders. And that he actually could not have saved that woman's life. And the relief that brought to him was amazing. That volcano that was ready to erupt, whatever happened that he didn't like, just fizzled out and was gone. And this very, very gentle, calm person emerged. And
the innocent 19-year-old emerged too. Yeah.
So we were talking about this before this video, and so often people hold in stories and hold in secrets, thinking that they just couldn't tell anybody. That first of all, if they told someone, that person could never love them again. And also, if they told someone, it would just bring down the energy. It would make them sad. So it's better just not to speak about it. But these things are important. And you find the right person, maybe your husband or wife, or your really close friend, someone you know that can really listen. Just listen without judgment. And if you don't have someone like that in your life, choose a really good therapist or a minister or a rabbi, someone that you can trust. And it will be amazing to free yourself of this poisonous secret that you keep locked inside.
Yeah, there's a really powerful saying that you are only as sick as your secrets. And there's truth there. When we hold, these shameful secrets inside, they act within us. They're like festering sores within us. And it's so liberating to just be able to share it with someone. Yeah, so that's our encouragement,
So we see this man from time to time, and because this has probably been like 15 years ago that this happened, that he shared this story, you would never, ever imagine that he once had an anger problem. You would never imagine it. So gentle and so sweet and so understanding. So it's a major, beautiful, beautiful healing that can take place.
Yeah. join together. In these hearts we know the truth. In these hearts we love forever. In these hearts we're all made new. In these hearts, in these hearts, in these hearts we're like the sun. In these hearts, in these hearts, in these hearts we all are one. We join together. In these hearts we know the truth. In these hearts we love forever. In these hearts we're all made new. In these hearts, in these hearts, in these hearts we're like the sun. In these hearts, in these hearts, in these hearts we all are one. So close your eyes a moment. Take a nice deep breath. It's all about the heart, being in the heart. And not letting secrets hurt us from within. But really freeing ourselves of shame. Sharing these secrets with someone who can listen is so freeing. It's freeing. It's liberating. In these hearts we join together. In these hearts we know the truth. In these hearts we love forever. In these hearts we're all made new. So take a deep breath and open your eyes and live your life free. Live your life free.
So we encourage you this Labor Day weekend to just take pause and be grateful for the amazing men and women that gave their lives in service to our country. I mean, that's really, they deserve all the honor and gratitude that we can give from our hearts.
Yeah.
All right. And we hope you have a beautiful weekend, whatever you do.
Yeah. And thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Barry.